That's New Orleans. The Hornets, they were welcoming the Heat to town. They haven't lost back-to-back games since January 8th and 10th, and LeBron James, part of that reason. From the top of the key, gets that to go, and this guy, he was a man on fire.
Well, you see, look at all the space, because people are so concerned with him attacking the basket. Now he has wide-open jump shots where he's not forcing the issue, but taking what the defense gives him.
Taking long threes, taking long twos, taking short twos, stopping, popping. He really threw the kitchen sink at New Orleans, and they really knew when they got done with this game that we just played one of the best players in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, and he gets into a rhythm at this particular moment. When you have great scorers that get into rhythm, it's really nothing that you can do. You really want to send two people at him at that time just to get the ball out of his hands.
Fans down there in New Orleans, they know great performances when they see him. They would give LBJ a standing ovation. He was absolutely off the rails tonight. Finished with 36 points. The Heat, they would go on to take the cake in this one, 108-89. They move along. They get the win in New Orleans. So they're hitting Bourbon Street, and they're feeling happy about that. Hurricanes all around for LBJ and company. 36, 7 of 10 from three-point range, and no big whoop. Had 6 assists to go along with it. The Heat now 57-15 as they come away with a 108-89 win over the Hornets. Now, Danny Ainge, the Celtics GM, he made some comments, very pointed comments about LeBron James in reference to LBJ's comments about the officiating. And Ainge had to say it's almost embarrassing that LeBron would complain about officiating. Of course, LeBron speaking of the Bulls game where their 27-game winning streak was snapped. And what do you think about those comments that were made?
I didn't like the comments that came from Danny Ainge because, or I should say, I don't have a big issue with what's going on.
All right, well, here's what was actually said verbatim. Danny Ainge said, well, this is Pat Riley. Speaking of Danny Ainge, he said he needs to shut the hoo-hoo up and manage his own team. He was the biggest whiner going when he was playing, and I know that because I coached against him. Here's LeBron James on said comments.
What did it mean to have the team president make comments supporting you and the efforts of this team?
That's who we are. We ride together, all of us, from the top to the bottom. We all protect each other on and off the floor, and it's it's big time to see that.
So you heard what LeBron James had to say, as you also heard what Pat Riley had to say. So what do you think about LeBron and Pat chiming in about Danny Ainge, who many say is a guy who knows a little bit about whining himself?
Yeah, he does. And I love what Pat Riley said here. That's the coach I remember in Miami. Someone that was not afraid of saying what he feels because he has evidence behind it. People remember Danny Ainge in Portland as well as Boston and Phoenix when he got touched a little bit. And it's like, oh, come on, Joey, you got to call that foul. So, you know what, worry more about your ball club, because this just opens up all types of things. And we've seen what kind of performances the Miami Heat has had against the Boston Celtics.
It's only a half-an-hour show, but if we could, we would get Joey Crawford on the phone, and he would chronicle those whining experiences by Danny Ainge.